I should have grabbed something to drink, but it's all good.
Yes, we're live.
That's all right. We people over here. We regular people. We do get thirsty too. So, good day, good people. It's Latoya over here. I got my man.
Julian.
Oh, he gonna
Yeah.
say his name,
Yeah,
Julian.
yeah. Today.
Yeah, today he's saying his name. So y'all already know what it is if you've been down with us or been following us here at Trucker Jobs USA. And we are the trucking experts here to give you insight on all of your CDL needs, whether it's pertaining to employment, the daily news, things that's happening in the CDL world and in the trucking industry overall. So we want to thank you guys first and foremost for coming in here and having a moment with us, just giving us some of your time. We're gonna go ahead and say those two things. I want you to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done that already. I like saying that. I
Right.
don't know why. But yeah, so again, we just coming in today. We got a couple of things we want to talk about. Just chop it up on some news. Some of the stories that we spoke on yesterday. We got a little bit more insight. I think it's in regards to the schooling situation with that school that was out there robbing those poor people for their money. But nonetheless, we formally introduce ourselves. But first, we also got to give ourselves a plug too. So definitely check us out at www.truckerjobsusa, or you can always call that 800 number 800-887-3010. You can speak to myself, Julian, or some of our other professional experts. All right.
All right. All right. Well, you know what? We're actually our first article. We're following up from yesterday about a truck driving school that closed down on the students. I mean, they just came in on Monday to further their education, and the next thing they know, they got a note on the door just saying, "School, we're closed." So this is a follow-up article. We just talked about them yesterday, so let's get it in. Help is on the way after several trucking school students hit a roadblock when their truck driving school closed suddenly with no notice. CDL University LLC, and that's how you know it should have been shady anyway, because I'm pretty sure schools are not structured as LLCs. Maybe they are, but it wouldn't. I'm not sure. But
No.
for the name to be CDL University LLC shuttered its doors suddenly earlier this week, leaving many of its students with little immediate options for finish training or recoup monies paid for commercial, pretty much CDLs and certifications. Look, CDL University filed a voluntary petition for relief under Chapter 11 of the United States Bankruptcy Code back in June 2022. Now, Latoya, you are a bankruptcy expert. Uh, I mean, do you think it was just a lack of research by the students not to know this? Because this is public information.
It definitely is public information, and you're right. I am the chapter 11, 13, 7, whatever you want to file queen on that, as far as being informative on it. And
Right,
I
right.
definitely would say that the chapter 11 is dealing with businesses. So he did file the right chapter. However, when you file chapter 13, when you file a bankruptcy, then you're not supposed to be doing business under that
Mm.
business at that time. So I'm pretty sure this person, if he filed it back in June, he was already aware of probably how he was going to move. He should have shut that operation down, or at least waited until the bankruptcy was fulfilled. Because did it say it was discharged, or
It
did it
doesn't
say he
say.
filed?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just said they filed in June.
No, that's a great question. I'm going to actually probably look that up to see if the case was dismissed. Because if that's the case, if it was dismissed, your business is no longer, it's null and void. So, I would say too, for a person who, most people, when you see a business, you want to think it's legit, right?
Right.
So I don't think these people, I can't say if they did their due diligence or not as far as researching. But yesterday when we got off this build and you and I build afterwards, and I looked up the place, so it was a full throttle building with the name on it. So I would probably think it was legit too. But to know that they filed a BK, ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
That's very tough. Now they had a follow up on Mario yesterday, Mario Riaz, and it's said it. Mario received a call late Monday from a representative from CDL, and he was able to complete his final requirement Tuesday, making him eligible to receive his CDL. Mario followed up and said, "Hey, I quit my old job to start a new career like a truck driver. I was so excited, I couldn't sleep." I don't know about that one now. Right, that's kind of it sounds like you're embellishing a little bit. For other students like Mario who were left with no school, no job, no money, programs around the metro area are jumping in to help. Well, that's good work. Uh,
Okay.
right, that's a very tragic thing to happen. Thing for a student that is trying to improve their life and to go through. Roadmaster. Okay, Roadmaster of OKC is aiding affected students to help them complete their training. Ball said
For a
truck
fee?
driving. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying for a fee because I know they're not going to do it for nothing.
Well, who knows? Ball said truck driving offers people who are unemployed or underemployed options for long-term employment and financial stability. Uh, Something obviously significant happened here that caused CDLs to simply lock their doors. We are offering free tuition to anyone that has enrolled or wasn't able to and finish as a result of their closure. All right, so I mean,
Not charging
yeah,
you.
so they are actually helping people for free, which is a really good thing because I mean, it's no need to tax these people again. They've already been taxed once,
True.
and to tax them twice, and they're going to receive, one. It's not like they're going to receive two CDLs. They're only going to receive one. So that's a very good thing, and I'm glad the news got involved and made this story, public.
Absolutely. And, just a word to the wise of for those who are listening right now, if you are someone who's looking to get your CDLs, right? Just find an accredited school. I can't say if
Right.
that school was accredited or not, but there are some schools that, right off the bat, when you hear them, you know that they're official. What was that, 160 Driving Academy?
160, right?
At 160, and there's a couple of other ones as well, but just do your due diligence and your research, and things like this will not happen. And when in doubt, you can call 800-887-3010 and speak to one of the
Oh.
experts. With
Oh.
us, like myself or Julian, and we'll put you
Oh.
on the right track. Okay, we'll definitely do that for you.
Yeah,
So
no doubt about it. And when you look at this story, it seems like it does have a happy ending. And I think most people, if they did a Google search, maybe this bankruptcy information wouldn't have came public.
I don't
So this is kind of you wouldn't really think of a business that you're doing. You're receiving a service from would file bankruptcy, in June. So now we are heading in to December. You would think if they filed bankruptcy, then the business would be closed by now. But I'm not sure how that works. And shout out to everybody who's actually going to go through the process and receive that CDL because this could have really taken a bad turn for everybody involved. And as I was saying before, I would have found those. I would have got on LexisNexis. I would have found somebody's address. I would have showed up at somebody's house because there is no way. From the previous article, somebody said they paid $5,000, and my $5,000 is just going to disappear. Plus my time that I have invested. No, sir, it's not going to
know.
happen.
Well,
Yeah, it's
well,
not going to happen at all. All right. So the next story we have: wild semi truck rampage at Nevada casino featured on reality TV series.
whoa. Now,
Yeah.
for a moment there, I was gonna say, because you know how they be putting the ads up there, and I'm like, why is the dude from he had something to do with it? What's his name over there to the right? He play on a soap
Oh,
opera.
you talking about is that Burt Reynolds?
Burt
No,
Reynolds.
I
Okay,
don't
yes.
know if that's Burt Reynolds. I think that's Tom. I don't know. I don't know. It looked like Burt Reynolds to me,
That's
but
not the Newman dude from Young and the Restless.
listen, I do not watch, you know, I don't watch, those soap shows. I was that kid that, the only time I watched a soap show is when your aunt babysitted you and she watched. Right, that was the only
That's what I'm
time.
saying. Or your
Yeah, so
grandma,
yeah. Well, now my grandma didn't. My grandma was cooking.
she
All the
watching.
yeah, she wasn't watching that stuff. So yeah. So right. So again, let's get into this story. So
Okay.
um,
Yeah, before I rudely interrupted you.
yeah,
So
yeah, no,
since you said that this was about a situation where somebody got a semi truck got featured on reality TV series.
yeah, Road Wars.
Road
The-
Wars. I never
yeah,
heard
the
of
A&E TV series Road Wars featured a segment that dives deeper into the story behind a viral video from May 2022.
it.
Uh, Road
Yeah.
Wars is a reality show that examines extreme human behavior on the roadways. I don't know how we never heard of this show, but we're
I know
definitely
because we don't watch TV.
listen. Right, we're gonna check this one. A recent Road Wars episode features dash cam video captured at a casino in a small town of McDermott, Nevada. Never heard of it. The Road Wars clip features a dash cam video from driver Jose Lasoya. Let's check this video out because
Let
it's
us see it. Make
A
that
terrifying
video.
situation in McDermott, Nevada.
Bro, this dude's going crazy.
uh,
Look at that. Look at that,
Oh, the
bro.
semi truck.
Jose
Yeah,
Lasoya
he's in a
records a
semi.
semi-truck that appears to be deliberately crashing into cars
oh man,
Oh, he big
just
mad.
outside the Say When Casino.
I'm a recovery driver for a company. So I was just driving my semi truck from Winnemucca up to Caldwell. And I thought it was just a road rage incident where maybe the semi truck driver had an argument with a pickup truck or the white car.
man, where is this guy's neck at? My goodness. Okay,
What the?
sorry about that. I mean, where
According
was
to
he at?
Jose, the driver had allegedly tried to hit this pickup truck moments earlier. Now, it's just sideswiped this SUV and is circling behind the casino.
Why is you so
He's taking off on him, bro.
I don't know what he's doing. Is the guy drunk or high? I mean, I don't know. And I mean,
Robo?
right.
When he went around the building, I thought it was going to be a hit and run. That's what most people do. They hit something and they take off.
But the semi-driver isn't running.
What's he doing?
He's coming back
Wait a minute.
for more.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
Oh my
What the-
god. He's big mad.
What the?
Oh, this must be his way
The
of
semi
catching
slams
that.
into a white pickup truck
Hey,
and pushes it into the rear wheel of Jose's truck.
my goodness.
I wasn't sure what to do. I was basically bracing for the impact or try to see if I can dodge it like last minute. Make sure like he didn't.
Did you see it?
Listen, you ain't got listen. I'm not even. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I know exactly what you was thinking.
Know what I was gonna do. What the? What the? They just barely clipped the end of my truck. I parked my truck. I went
Hey man, shout out to this guy for keeping his composure because most people, you see a semi truck coming towards you. And I mean, granted, it didn't come directly, but it came to, I mean, we don't know this thing could blow up. I mean, there's so many bad scenarios that can happen with that much weight. And I mean, I don't know if this guy was angry. I mean, was that road rage? Because again, this guy circled the building, double back, and he was trying to catch a body.
Right. It's like, but he was hitting random people. So what
Right.
is-
So
you think
yeah, I guess he was
went over
trying
to
to
where his semi
right. He was
truck
trying to end
was.
his life.
I got onto the back of his truck, disconnected his air lines to the trailer,
Oh,
which
man.
makes the brakes on the trailer lock up. That way he can't move forward or backwards. And
Oh,
he's just
wow.
stuck in place, basically.
Thanks to Jose's quick thinking, police arrest the driver of the semi for multiple charges, including battery with a deadly weapon, felony reckless driving, assault with a deadly weapon, and driving a commercial vehicle without CDL endorsement. According to Jose, the two people inside the white truck that was hit suffered only minor injuries.
Can we get a mug shot? I want a
Listen,
mug shot.
I,
Who is this dude?
I don't think they didn't show anything. As you can see in the previews, nobody showed any type of you're right, no mug shot. I mean, they didn't even release a name, did they?
Oh, no, they didn't do any of that. You're right.
Driver
Rampage.
from Jose. No, they didn't even release a name. Man, listen, this might have been a 14-year-old or something because I don't understand why they didn't release a name. They didn't, there's nothing here to let you know. We clicked another article and this guy is nameless. He's literally nameless. Yeah,
Christopher Howard, maybe. It says he was on a crazy crimson. Oh no, that says San Diego, but he was a Nevada man.
yeah, this guy was in Nevada.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. But this is talking about from no, just on the 11th, and that happened in when April or earlier this year.
Yeah, they do not say whatever for whatever reason. They're not releasing this guy's name. I'm not sure why, but yeah, he should be behind bars, no doubt about it. I don't know if he had a CDL. I don't know, but he would never get a job ever again.
Oh, they said because he didn't have a CDL endorsements. Now I don't know if they meant like a hazmat or a tanker, but I'm the endorsement in itself might be the CDL, maybe.
What are you talking about? He did not have a CDL? What do you
They
mean?
said that he got a ticket for not having a CDL endorsement. That's what they said.
Okay, well, listen, it don't even matter. He was trying to catch a body out here in a truck, right? Right. You don't need an endorsement for murder. Like again, this guy was trying to catch a body out here.
Right. But
Literally.
what if he didn't have a CDL at all? Like
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's still. I don't even know why they did not release this guy's name. I don't have a clue. It seems like they would have released his name. I mean, why are they protecting him of all people? Because he definitely was not trying to protect anybody. He was trying to catch a body.
he was
So
trying to catch a body.
yeah, he was trying to catch a body. So all right,
It was a woman.
what? It was a woman?
Driver in Vegas rampage identifies Oh. Yeah, it says it was a woman. Let me see if that's
My
the same one.
goodness.
Hold on, let me keep reading because I might be reading another
Yeah, you
story.
might want to keep reading that one because I'm like, this is a woman who did this on top of this. Listen, females are supposed to be more, they're supposed to be safer drivers. The males take less risk, less accidents in the sense of fatality. So I would be very shocked if this was a female trying to catch a body on the highway. I mean, listen, she must have had a really tough day, right?
This is actually a different story. I'll send that one to you
Okay,
because
okay.
it was a woman who did.
Okay.
It was in Nevada, and she caught a body actually. So
Whoa, wow. Okay, well, okay.
yeah, and she looks very young. So I'm gonna send that over to you. We can talk about that one as
Okay.
well one day.
All right.
So yeah, so I guess when in doubt, if you see a semi truck that's doing something wild like that from a mile away, I would get the hell out of Dodge because things like this can happen. And you know what? Thinking about the story that we did yesterday, where you had the tow truck driver who got the 50 years for the
Oh
road
my
rage.
God. Right.
So seeing this incident, it's like seeing live in action someone actually going into rage because I couldn't get that story to get like seeing that story of someone getting so upset that they would go shoot someone. A truck
Right.
driver. We see it right now. So an actual truck driver went crazy for no reason. So
Just went crazy. Well, on to the next article. Trucker wins 1 million jackpot during his snack break. Now, why they had to put this man on blast and say he was on a snack break like he's a child? Like you're a grown man. Like, what were you on? Oh man, I was on my snack break. Snack break. Listen,
right, and
man.
there's no come on, man. You mean he was on his reset? They could have said something better than that.
Right. They treat the man like he a 2-year-old. Saying he was on his snack break, and then he had his little right. He had his Capri Sun, and he had his right. Like what? But hey, my man was in Virginia. A truck driver won $1 million jackpot while shopping at a gas station for a snack in Virginia.
Oh.
Yeah, earlier this year, a snack break. It still ain't a snack break. The brother just went in there and looking for some Cheetos.
Right,
Uh,
basically.
right. Trucker Jose Granados
Hmm.
stopped at a Royal Farms convenience store. Let me tell you something, man. I used to live in the DMV, and I would never eat the chicken out of Royal Farms, but everybody tried to tell me this is the best chicken ever. You ate that chicken before, right?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
I will not eat Royal Farms chicken. People keep saying, "Hey, Julie, the Royal Farms has the best chicken." I refuse to believe this. I refuse to believe
So
this.
do they have a Royal Farms, I guess, in the Carolinas?
No, I never heard of them until I got to the DMV, and then people started telling me, "Hey, man, don't sleep on the chicken." I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep on the chicken. I'm gonna go into a coma. I'm gonna go into a coma on the chicken. Right? Don't sleep on the chicken. I'm like, nah, not me.
Yeah, I
Um,
think they're in more of rural areas, and those are like So no, I never ate the chicken there before. I don't eat chicken anymore anyway. But I ain't gonna lie, I said if this is the place I'm thinking about, it looks good. It smells good.
Listen, this is funny. He stopped in a Royal Farms convenience store in Spotsylvania County for gas and a snack when he decided to buy a lottery scratcher. Soon after purchasing, Granado scratched his ticket and realized he won big. Suddenly, I wasn't hungry anymore. You know why? You know why you wasn't hungry? Because you quit. You're about to quit your job. That's why you. Come on,
You was about to
you
quit
know
your
what?
job.
Right. This man about to fire his boss. Talking about. I suddenly. You think?
You don't want
You
a snack
thinking that?
no more. He want
Man,
a full course meal now.
Man, let me tell you something, man. If I was working a job like that, brother, not and shout out, he was a truck driver. But if I'm working a job, period, and and that's me with the
Right.
1 million. Oh man, I'm coming to park that truck. It's not, yeah, there's not going to be a 2 week notice on this. It's not going to be a 2 week. I'm sorry. It's just really not, because guess what? The 2 week is for if I ever try to, I'm coming back. I'm never
Right.
coming back. I'm never coming back. I will figure it out. Hmm?
I didn't even know that you can win that big on a scratch off. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A
You
million
know what? But
dollars.
I think it's the ones you got to pay more money to play to get that one. I
Right.
think that's the one you got to pay maybe 15 or 20 bucks. I don't think it's definitely not I don't think it's $1, right? I don't think it's $1 to win 1 mil. I mean, that
Right.
man had a meal ticket. Now, granted, I don't know if this is a taxes paid where some of them you get the 1 mil, but if it's not, then he's gonna see about 600 grand after
Right.
Uncle Sam does his thing.
But
So,
listen,
but that's enough. I mean, that's enough to buy you a house cash, man, and figure it out from there. I'm sorry.
right.
I
He can
wanted
buy
it.
his own truck. I would love to know. Did it say what company he was working for?
Nah, it doesn't. He said, "Hey, suddenly I wasn't hungry anymore." Shout out to him, man. I guess not because your belly was full with money. And it says that he's the second of three potential winners. So shout out to him, man. It's you know, anytime somebody receives good fortune, and this is, me personally, we all heard the lottery stories, man, where it goes bad. Like I remember one, the guy was receiving like garbage bags of mail every day, and people were just requesting, like, hey, man, I need a kidney surgery. I'm past through my big. Oh yeah, the guy. You know what? And the guy was talking strong. He was strong on that documentary. He was like, you know what? I see this. I'm not sending nothing. Every now and then I'll help somebody. Man, dude was broke. Some years later. Yeah, and I
I
remember
know
one
this.
day. Oh, he went broke. I don't know how he went broke. I just remember he had a ponytail for whatever odd reason. But I
Did he
remember
have
this.
pinky finger? Did he have a long pinky nail?
Nah, that he. I don't figure it.
I'm
No,
just
no, no, no. He did.
kidding.
But I remember this one story in Virginia where the guy won. I mean, he was a big winner. And I don't know if you heard about this one, but the guy, uh, his family put a hit out on him. They tried to kill him because he would not let his family borrow any money. So, just think about that. You can win money, and the fact, I think it's just the fact that the way you earn the money,
Mm.
people just feel very entitled, right? I mean, they literally put a hit out on him because they knew he had a life insurance policy.
See, that's when you got to just leave. So I think if you got winning big like that and your family's poor, just move.
You
Just
think
move.
so? They got
Yeah.
you. Well, you're gonna change your phone number too, because they got your phone number. Okay.
I mean, they can have the number, and then I would decide if they, once I move and how they're acting on if I'm gonna, you know, change it and get a new phone number. But I guess I never thought no one's in my family ever won a lump sum of money like that for me to see how I would respond to it. I guess
Mhm.
you know.
Right. Right.
I don't
Mm,
look out for handouts anyway, so you know. Wow. Yeah, so
right.
shout out to that man. I'm pretty sure he turned that truck in. It didn't say he quit his job though, but I'm pretty
Listen, look, I would be out of there. And look at that. We're recruiters talking about I would quit. Listen, because we're human beings. All right, next article. Massive meth takedown.
oh
8.3 million worth of drugs seized from a big rig at Texas Port of Man. Shout out to El Chapo Jr.
man.
Because listen, obviously, listen, the cartel or whatever, we already know what this is. Come on, come on. We know exactly $8.3 million of drugs seized at a
And
Texas port of entry. And
yeah,
then
we
look where it's at, Laredo,
oh,
Laredo of all places. Come on
they
now.
crossed right over the border. Oh my God.
Right. So if
That's
anybody does not know where Laredo is at, and most truck drivers, exactly where Laredo, Texas is at. It is literally on the border of, that's what Trump was talking about. Build the wall, build the wall. This is what he's talking about. So,
is that where he was saying he wanted it to be built? I just thought about that. What did he plan on doing? A parameter all around the
yeah, I mean the whole boy, yeah, he was gonna border it all. He's gonna wall up around the whole thing.
and we believe this.
And he said, I'm gonna make Mexico pay for it. And I'm just and that's when I knew it was silly. I'm like, you know what? Now we're just being silly, right? We're gonna make Mexico pay for the
Sounds good.
wall.
Right. Right.
Okay, right. Sure we are. Sure we are. Yeah, sure we are. Um, U.S. the pretty much the Border Patrol agents recently seized millions of dollars worth of legal drugs and arrested a truck driver at a port of entry in Laredo. Now, listen, if that brother was carrying 8.3 million, then how much was he taking in his pocket? And how long he's been doing it?
Oh, I wonder.
Huh? Huh?
Right.
I mean, this brother was caking up. He had to, Um,
So this just happened. This was 2 days ago. This was
Yeah,
in
oh yeah,
morning
this just happened. No, this is 2 days ago. So uh
time.
the drug seized, right? Officers referred to a 34-year-old male Mexican citizen driving a 2005 International tractor hauling an empty container for secondary inspection.
Okay.
Using a K9 unit and non-intrusive inspection system examination, the Border Patrol found, listen, I don't know how many pounds is this of alleged meth inside the tractor. The street estimated value, a little bit like 8.3 million. The truck
Oh,
driver and the passenger was arrested. Of course, you think not,
I'm
they're
trying to
gonna.
think. That the
Huh?
trailer was empty. Where did they find the dope at?
I don't know. They listen. They've been running that hustle for a minute. The only reason they probably caught him was because they had the K9.
Right.
Right.
The
Uh,
trailer.
right. Right. What were you gonna say?
Well, no, I'm saying because again, they were hiring it because they had if you're doing your inspection and it's an empty trailer, you think that driver's just taking an empty container somewhere, but they probably did it a little bit deeper and found it in the tires or who knows where. But it wasn't in the trailer though. It
Right.
wasn't in
No
the
doubt
trailer,
about
so
it.
they're selling. Oh wow, this is crazy. I wonder what that looks like. Was it in crystal or powder? Like I'm curious.
I mean, it looks like it's right here. It looks like it's like in paint buckets or something, right?
Yeah, okay, that's what that is. Okay, so I didn't know that that's what that was from. So they put it in paint buckets. Well,
And
I'll be
paint buckets, right?
Well, they're just gonna ship that brother back to Mexico, so he's
That's
not gonna.
exactly what they're gonna do, right?
He just gonna walk back across the border and say, "Oh, I tried."
Oh yeah, right, right. Right, right. It's like whack a mole, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna come back across because again, listen, you don't even know if it was a situation where it could have been a situation where they forced him to drive that. It's like, hey, if you don't do this, we're gonna just take your whole family out. And he's like, okay, I'm driving. You just never know the scenarios. I mean, I made the assumption and said, hey, he's getting paid to do this,
Right.
but you never know.
He might
So
be saving his goddamn life,
right,
actually.
right. I mean, this is true, right? We don't know exactly. He might have owed somebody a favor. He might have messed up a pack. I mean, you don't know exactly what is going on. But the fact that he brung that, over $8 million worth of meth through the border. I mean, listen, they're gonna deport him, and I don't know. I think they make him do the jail time if they convict him, then they deport him back. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think they just gonna send that brother back over there because it's
No, 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 no. Well, yeah, pretty much true. All right, and
any
then
more insight on what happened, like with that. And my thing is, you seize these drugs, America. What are you gonna do with them?
now that's true, right? You see that? I seen that one news article where they said that the rats ate through all this drugs, and I'm like, sure, the rats did.
Then we should
Whatever.
see a whole bunch of dead, bloated rats running around here
That's what
somewhere.
I'm saying. It was
Good.
like, right, that didn't make it just didn't make any sense. Well, look, next article: trucker killed by female while helping connect truck to trailer. Wow. Um, a trucker is dead after attempting to help a female driver connect a trailer at a warehouse in Florida on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I always think about when I hear stories like this, the quote, no good deed goes unpunished, just meaning that you could, be trying to do something good in life and you can end up harming yourself. Or, in this case,
Oh,
the guy was killed. And you think about that, right? The incident happened on November 29th in a parking lot of a Maxwell House Coffee Company building in downtown Jacksonville. First Coast News reports that an emergency crew were called to the scene around 11:35 a.m. and they found one male in his 50s dead. Police said that a female driver was backing up the truck as the male driver was directing her. At some point, the man got stuck between the truck and the trailer and was crushed. No one else was hurt. No one else was hurt in the incident. It just sounded like the lady had, she couldn't drive. That's what it sounds like, right?
so
But I
the
don't
one he
know.
was trying to help actually mistakenly crushed him. The one he was helping to help
Yeah,
him
it
back.
looks like he was trying to connect her trailer, and maybe she just kept backing up, and he was between the truck and the trailer, and it just smacked
Oh
right.
God, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Take her CDL right
Right. It
now.
sounds like I mean that's what it sounds like happened, but I don't want to make too many assumptions about it, but it looks like this is what happened. So we're greatly saddened by the death at the Kraft Heinz Maxwell House plant in Jacksonville earlier today. Initial information is that this was an accident. We are fully cooperating, blah blah blah, corporate talk. Well,
Thankfully, they don't want to have the body on them, so I get it.
right.
But
So
oh
yeah,
no,
yeah. So it's being investigated in an accident. So, if this is true that the lady just, smashed the guy,
yeah, I think she
you know,
did.
uh, excuse me.
Shout out to that U.S. Express truck. I see it in the little corner right. It might have been U.S. truck. You see that U.S. Express truck over there in the corner?
I do see it,
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
So
this is pretty bad. When you have a situation where people, this guy was trying to help out, and the next thing you know, he smashed to death. This guy smashed to death by just trying to help this lady out or this fellow trucker out, and now he's gone. So, I mean, Toya, what do you have to add to that? I got to grab a drink of water.
okay, yeah, go ahead and grab the water. I think I had a little. Should I grab my water too?
Excuse me. Let me go on mute for a minute.
Sure, no worries.
Okay, well, listen, that was it, Toya, for trending news right now. I mean,
Hey, all right.
yeah, that was it for trending
Shout out
news.
to the trending news for sure, and shout out for y'all for listening in and tuning in right now. This is Latoya. We got Julian.
Julian, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. We are your CDL experts again when it comes to. Oh shoot, is that an echo? Can you hear me?
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we are your trucker experts when it comes to CDL, Class A jobs. Whether you are a recent graduate, whether you're an experienced driver, owner, operator, lease purchase program, we do have all that available. So definitely check us out. www. Dot trucker job USA, job with no S at the end. All right, trucker with no S at the end as well. Or you can always call us at the 800 number 800-887-3010. You can speak to myself or Julian or one of our other professionals. Definitely. All right. So we did our trending news. And so I think these were some good stories today. And the crazy thing, all this just happened in the last 48 hours. I was having a conversation with self earlier today and just looking around my house and everything that I have, from my carpet to my plates to shoot, even these earrings I have on, my wardrobe, all of that stuff, to this candle that's sitting right here. And every, the things that we hear about but we don't see, everything that you have in your household had to be delivered by somebody. Like, it probably came from another country via boat or via plane, but at some point in time there had to be a driver that uh, was moving this freight from state to state. So we want to give thanks for all the drivers that are out here who's moving the freight from state to state, safely doing that. For sure, for sure. Want to give y'all a shout out. But when we think about the value that truck drivers bring just into our everyday lives, for us to be able to live, it's a very big thing. So that's why we want to definitely just shine some light on the things that happen in this world, the things that these truck drivers experience overall. And it's entertainment. It's entertaining as well, and educational at the same time. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Hey, hey, listen. Now that was it. That was it. All right, so we're done. We're out of here.
All right, y'all will still catch us tomorrow. Make sure it's around the same place, same time. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, and we